Please subscribe to Rainy Free, like the video, and hit the bell notification. Thank you. Today, as Black History Month begins to wind down for the year of February 2023, I wanted to show you some commentary that some of our Black leaders have made over the years when they were alive, and as well as those that are still living. So with that said, I wanted to introduce some commentary that Mayor Coleman Young made while the mayor of Detroit, Michigan. Mayor Coleman Young was an infamous mayor, and he led Detroit as a mayor for over 20 years, from the 1970s to the 1990s. I also want to show you some commentary of what is better known as Mayor for Life, Mayor Marion Barry, and some of the comments that Marion Barry had made over the years when he was living. In addition to that, I wanted to share current commentary from South Africa's Julius Malema on being Black, as well as commentary from Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. We salute all these great leaders, both present and past. Happy Black History Month. Thank you.
To attack Detroit is to attack Black. Politicians run for office by attacking Detroit, by attacking Coleman Young. The media gets headlines.
You're a symbol.
By running bad... Exactly. You got it.
Detroit Common Council needs to be put by the people in here and the people in the community to the necessity of taking a position on stress. David Eberhardt, a candidate for mayor, has declared that he's pro-stress. What is he going to evaluate on this council? Every man and woman on this council needs to take a position, not on the question of whether or not there was harassment. To have thousands of people in the community come down here and play a statistical game is ridiculous. We know the harassment is going on. It antedated December 4. We've asked this council for hearings on numerous occasions, and they've ducked it and they've sidestepped it because it was a hot political issue.
I said when I opened my campaign, or a long time ago now, that stress would be eliminated. I say that now. I don't know how many ways I can say it. Stress will go. Any acronym relating to stress will go. Any stress-oriented decoy operation will go.
I think that
when a soldier or a member of the armed forces is guilty of violating the rules, the internal rules of the Army, then they're subjected to court-martial within that structure. But when they're accused of violating the rights of civilians, then they face civilian courts. And I believe our police should follow the same procedure.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
I love my African people the same way I love my mother and my grandmother. I'm in love with Africans. Africans are hated everywhere. You go to America, the black skin is a source of hatred. You go to UK, a black skin is a source of hatred. Nobody asked me to feel like this. I feel very strongly about black people. I feel very strong about African continent. And nothing will persuade me. Not the results of the elections, not a gun on my head, not any form of intimidation will persuade me to hate on black people. I will never hate on Africans, not even for votes. Do not vote for me if you don't love Africans and you want me to hate them. I won't do that.
95% of the carryouts in Ward 8 are owned and managed by Asians.
So
I'm finished with that.
Everybody and his mother knows that the police is the #1 problem in America. And if you all don't want to deal with that, that's your problem. But at least let me have a
say so and whether or not it's the kind of thing I want. And I don't think a lot of us understand that. Maybe we're happy that the mayor asked us to come here. I'm not. You know, no big thing for me. I've been on more important committees than this. So I'm saying that my issue is how do you get the committee to use its power? Now, I'm not concerned about what happens to Marion Barry because when I go out here, more than likely, I can deal with the police, more than likely. But I'm talking about what do we do for the 600,000 black people out here who do have a problem with the police.
Who taught you, please, who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate, you should ask yourself who taught you to hate being what God gave you.